from the World Bank funding under the Water and Sustainable Development Project under B156634 of 2017. Mr. Speaker, regrettably, the project, which has immense transformative potential in alleviating the chronic water shortages, fostering economic viability, and significantly uplifting the quality of water for Wajir residents, has been faced with inexcusable, Mr. Speaker, delays. These prolonged delays have hindered the its completion so as to address the pressing challenges facing the community, as intended, notably equitable access to water resources and enhancement of resilience and prosperity, economy, water and irrigation on the following: the current implementation status of the Wajir Water and Sewerage System project under the World Bank, expected completion timelines. 2, Mr. Speaker, the financial status of the project, Sewerage and Development Project of 2017, if any, the details of the amounts disbursed and utilized to date on unfulfilled budgetary commitments leading to its delay. 3, Mr. Speaker, measures in place to ensure the accountability, transparency, and efficiency in the utilization of funds, and particularly in the light of the delays and concerns about the cost overruns. 4, Mr. Speaker, the challenges, including technical, financial, or administrative, impeding the progress of the project, and the strategic interventions taken by the ministry to overcome those challenges and ensure its timely completion. 4, and finally, Mr. Speaker, plans by the ministry to guarantee the long-term sustainability, efficiency, and affordability of the water supply and sewerage services upon completion and operationalization. Mr. Speaker, I'm aware that the funds meant for Wajir has been diverted to another county in another region. I request for the chairman to bring out all the facts appertaining to this particular project, as every Kenyan, every region is entitled to the same development initiative by the government. Thank you, Mr.
Chair, Blue Economy, Water and Irrigation. Bowen.
Mr. Speaker, I will bring answer in the next 2 weeks.
2 weeks, thank you. Joseph Gitari. Honorable Joseph Gitari, Kirinyaga Central.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I request for a statement regarding the promotion of curriculum support officers in the country to the position of principal teacher management officers. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 44.2c, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Department Committee of Education regarding promotions of curriculum support officer CSO to the position of principal teacher management officer PTMO. Honorable Speaker, curriculum support officers play a vital role in the implementation of curriculum in the country. The CSOs were transferred to Teacher Service Commission in 2012 with a view of guaranteeing quality assurance of education across the country. In 2019, the Commission adopted a career progression guideline, CPG, and has led to a few CSO below the age of 55 being promoted to principal teacher management officers, leaving out those above 55 years. The failure by the TSC to fully implement the CPG has caused anxiety among the CSO. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Education on the following. 1, a report on the steps taken by the government to promote curriculum support officers due to promotions to the position of principal teachers management officers. 2, report on the status of implementation of career progression guidelines. CPG issued by TSC, and finally, Mr. Speaker, measures the government is putting in place to ensure fair career progression in all cadre under the Teacher Service Commission. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Chair Education. Vice Chair Education. Majority Leader, where's your Chair Education? Advise
They
him
don't
to
seem to
bring
be in the House, even the Vice Chair, but I will advise them
to bring a response in 2 weeks.
in 2 weeks.
Request for statement regarding flooding of Kasarini Primary School due to discharge of wastewater from the provisions of Standing Order 44-2C and mining regarding flooding and environmental degradation affecting Kasarini Primary School as a result of wastewater discharge from the 5-star Paradise Housing Development in Runda. Honorable Speaker, in 2014, the National Environment Management Authority 2016, the developers constructed this housing development. The construction significantly altered the topography of the area, severely affecting Kasarini Primary School, which neighbors the estate. The school has suffered from severe flooding and environmental degradation as a result of wastewater discharge from the estate, which has turned the school grounds into a wetland. This situation has exposed both students and teachers to severe health risks. The sanitation facilities in the school, including toilets, have been clogged and the playground is flooded, making them unusable. In addition, uncontrolled water flowing from the estate has led to emergence of water springs across the school. This situation has raised concern regarding the environmental regulatory consideration applied by NEMA during approvals of development projects. Honorable Speaker, it's against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Environment Forestry and Mining on the following. 1, a report detailing the process followed by the National Environmental Management Authority in granting approvals to the developers of 5-state Paradise Runda Estate, including the environmental impact assessment that the agency conducted. 2, actions that the ministry has taken to curb any further pollution and to mitigate the health and environmental risk posed by wastewater discharge from Kasarini Primary School. And 3, steps being taken to restore Kasarini Primary School as a safe and conducive learning environment for students, including any plans for compensation to the school for the damages suffered as a result of the pollution, indicating specific timelines for the said compensation. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, my Honorable Mashua. Education, Majority Leader.
I raise to request for a statement regarding maternal and child mortality rate in the country. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 44-2C, I rise to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Health regarding the maternal and child mortality rate in the country. Honorable Speaker, the 2022 Kenya Demographic and Health Survey published by Kenya National Bureau of Statistics revealed that mortality rates for mothers and children hit the lowest level in the last 3 decades. According to the data, the mortality rate for neonatal stood at 21 deaths per 1,000 lives births, while for children under 5 years, it was at 41 deaths per 1,000 lives births. On the other hand, the 2024 United States Agency for International Development, that is USAID, report on preventing child and maternal deaths ranks Kenya fourth in Africa with 594 maternal deaths per 100,000 lives births. This trend is worrying given that Kenya is a signatory to the United Nations Sustainability Development lives births and reduced maternal mortality rates stand at double of these targets. Honorable Speaker, according to the Ministry of Health, the mortality rate in the country remains a major public health concern, with 15 out of 47 counties accounting for 98.7% of all deaths. These tragic figures underscore the urgent need for quality health care, which hinges on the dedication and well-being of healthcare professionals, particularly nurses. Unfortunately, Trans Nzoia County is grappling with a shortage of over 900 nurses, adversely affecting service delivery. There is need for deliberate measures to address these issues to improve maternal and neonatal health outcome in the country. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of Departmental Committee on Health on the following. 1. Report on the targeted intervention initiated by the Ministry of Health to support high-burden counties, including Trans Nzoia, to combat the high child and maternal mortality rates in the country. And 2, report on measures being taken by the government to improve the welfare of healthcare professionals at national and county health facilities. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Lillian. Chair Health. Dr. Nyikal.
It's possible in 2 weeks, Mr.
2
Speaker.
weeks.
Yes.
Thank you. And the request to the Blue Economy Chair, but the order paper is indicating it's education. So check with the clerk's office and liaise with both chairmen and see who is the one to bring the response. The clerk owns up that is an error on the order paper, so Honorable Mashua. Who is the chair, Environment? Who? Kareke Mbuki. Kawaya. Is he in the house? So Majority Leader, you will communicate accordingly. Next, Omulher Harun. Before Omulher, you request. Allow me to acknowledge in the public gallery Tinderet Comprehensive School from Kipkelion West, Kericho, Nyairobi Secondary School from Kipkelion West, Kericho. On my behalf and on behalf of the House, we welcome the students and their teachers to the House of Parliament. Omulher. Give her the mic.
Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs regarding the status of prosecution of Mr. Hassan Musa Mire, accused of ID number 32, 39, 47, 53, an officer of the KDF, allegedly shot and killed Mr. Abdullahi Kasim Yusuf of ID number 28872525 in Garissa. On 23rd March 2022, the court recommended his prosecution for the murder following conclusion of Milimani Public Inquest number 2 of 2020. Sadly, the Director of Public Prosecution is yet to prosecute the said KDF officer, despite numerous reminders by the legal counsel representing the family of the deceased. The inordinate delay in the prosecution and administration of justice has caused immense anguish to the family. Honorable Speaker, it's against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs on the following. Status of implementation of the recommendations made by the court via Public Inquest number 2 of 2020 in the murder of Mr. Abdullahi Kasim Yusuf of ID number 28872525. A comprehensive report on the reason for the...
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker, for permitting me to ride on that. Mr. Speaker, I'm a member of the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, and of course I'll deal with this matter. But I must declare my interest that I was the family lawyer during this inquest when this poor Kenyan was executed. Yes, when this poor Kenyan was executed allegedly by military officers. And that was about 4 years ago. Indeed, justice delayed is justice denied. And on behalf of the family, I think we need to tender an apology as a republic for the inordinate delay in giving them justice. And I do hope and believe that my able chair of the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee and the committee will do its role to ensure that the family gets redress. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Chair Jailak. How many?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
How much time do you require?
2 weeks.
2
weeks should be sufficient for us to answer this sufficiently and in a manner that is satisfactory to the Honorable Lady Member. Thank you very much.
Thank you, George. Kadhoni wa Mshomba, member for Githunguri.
Honorable Speaker, I request for a statement regarding status of parcel of public land in Githunguri constituency. Pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order number 44-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Lands regarding status and ownership of a parcel of public land in Githunguri constituency, Kiambu County. Honorable Speaker, the government has owned a 55 acres parcel of land, registration number LR number Githunguri Township 26 and 27, located in Githunguri town for decades, which serves the administrative hub for Githunguri constituency. The land hosts various government agencies, including the County Land Registry, the Deputy County Commissioner offices, the National Government Constituency Development Fund, and the Constituency Office. In 2011, the then Cabinet Secretary for National Heritage and Cultural vide Kenya Gazette number 244 of 14th January 2011, gazetted the land as a National Heritage Site as follows, to be shared as follows: Githunguri Gallows, Mau Mau Trench, Githunguri Kerere, and Jomo Kenyatta College. Despite this status, a recent official search conducted revealed that a portion of land was transferred in 2011 to a Miss Lydia Wanjiko Gadesha of ID number 3368832, who is now claiming ownership and seeks to occupy the land. This has raised alarm amongst residents and public servants as details regarding the transfer of the public land remains unclear. Article 62 of the Constitution provides that public lands includes, amongst other aspects, land in respect of which no individual or community ownership can be established by any legal processes. This alleged claim of ownership of the said public land by an individual raises serious concern regarding land administration processes. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Department Committee on Land on the following. 1. The status of current ownership of 55 acres parcel of land in Githunguri town, including whether any portion of it has been allocated to a private individual. 2, the actions being taken by the Ministry of Land, Public Works, Housing and Urban Development to investigate the alleged transfer of public land to Ms. Wanjiko Gadesha and to revoke any irregular transactions involving the land. And 3, the strategies being implemented by the ministry to protect lawful landowners, particularly of public land, from unlawful.
Where Nyamoko is out of the country. Who is the vice chair? Members, pay attention to the proceedings of the House. Who is the chair, vice chair Lands, or any member of Lands Committee?
Myself, Chair, Mr. Speaker, in 2 weeks will be able to respond.
Okay. Now responses to statements. Statement number 4 on the request of Honorable Doris Donya is deferred to Tuesday next week. So, Chair Transport, GK, you are engaged in an animated discussion. You should not block your ears when you are in the House.
Honorable Speaker, 2 weeks.
You are not even listening.
Sorry, Honorable Speaker, I was a bit...
Honorable GK, 2 weeks of what?
Deferment, Honorable Speaker.
I said I have deferred the response to question number 4 by Honorable Doris Donya to Tuesday next week.
I got it right.
That is not
Speaker.
2 weeks. Okay. Chair Energy. Vicaria, response to a request by Umulher Kasim.
Do I proceed, Honorable Speaker? I don't know whether the member is around. Okay. Honorable Chair, following the letter dated 11th March 2025, the National Assembly Panpeto Committee requested the Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Energy and Petroleum, to make submission on statement by Honorable Omar Kel Kasim, Member of Parliament for Mandera County, regarding power outages in Mandera County. The following are the submissions as requested, Honorable Chair. Question number 1, steps taken by the government to address frequent power outages in Mandera County. Mandera is an off-grid county served by diesel generators. The current demand for Mandera is at 3.8 megawatts with the following installed and effective generation capacity. Honorable Chair, the table has been indicated. 2 pieces of 1250 kVA, effective capacity, again 2 of 750 kVA, and 1 generator operated by Encom Rental. 2, we have other 2 generators. Both the generators are down. Honorable Chair, the first generator, as indicated in the report, is down. The second 2, which are operated by KPLC, are also down. And 3, 2 other generators which are managed by KPLC are running. The government provided funds for procurement of additional capacity of 1.5 megawatts through independent power producer, that is Mrs. Encom Power Rentals, to add to the existing effective capacity of 2.9 megawatts. Therefore, with a full capacity operation of 4.4 megawatts, there will be sufficient generation capacity to meet the power demand. The repair and provision of an extra generator will be placed by end of April 2025. Question number 2, the immediate measures being put in place to replace malfunctional generators, including providing additional generators with the required outages voltage to ensure constant supply of power in the county. The response is, Honorable Speaker, the faulty 12.5 kVA generator, which is managed by MCO Power Rentals, is being replaced. The substitute generator arrived on site on the 23rd of March 2025, and installation and commissioning was completed by 26th March 2025. 2, delivery of repair parts have been done, and repairs are underway for the number 2 units, 1,250 kVA each. Kenya Power awarded the repair contract to Car and General, and the repairs are to be completed in the next 2 weeks due to importation of parts and actual repair works. Therefore, once the repair and installations are done, by the end of this month, the load shedding effect affecting Mandera County will be completely resolved. 3, question. The third question was the long-term plans for stable power supply in the county, including exploring alternative avenues such as acquisition. Term is to have an IPP to do a hybrid solar and diesel plant that will be up to 10 megawatts to get a PPA from KPLC on a build, own, operate, and transfer. Long-term plan is to get the grid to Mandera. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Umulher. Are you satisfied?
No, I'm not satisfied, Honorable Speaker.
Go ahead and express your dissatisfaction.
First, before I even go into the generators issue, there's a part that reads this month, meaning March, and we're in April. Could you clarify, Honorable Chair? Because you jumped, I'm sure you realized it was a mistake, and you jumped that part, saying this month. So could you please clarify, because this looks like answers that were given just like that. If you can say this month and we're in March, we're in April, then I don't know, I'm not satisfied with the whole thing, generally. Because you speak about 2 weeks, you speak about end of April, then you speak about this month, March. I'm confused. I don't know where to start from the head to the tail of this statement. So, Honorable Chair, Speaker, I am not satisfied. Number 2, the Honorable Chair said that the substitute generator arrived on site on Sunday, 23rd March, 2025, and installation and commissioning was completed by 26 March. As we speak, the status is as it was when I first read this statement. Honorable Chair, I don't know if you've heard me, but the statement itself is contradictory. It speaks about this month as March. So please give guidance on that. Thank you.
Gikaria.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this response came much earlier. It didn't come yesterday. I'm trying to look when the request was done. That was on 11th of March 2025. We received the response as indicated that we were supposed to give a response in 2 weeks. And Honorable Speaker, the dates that are given here remains the way they were. When they say it was completed by the 26th of March, I want to believe that is what the ministry is saying, that it was completed, unless otherwise indicated, so that we can go back. And if it is true, because this is a response from the ministry, As for the indication of April, Honorable Speaker, if you look in this statement, there were 3 different questions, and each question had different completion dates. So the second question was the one that had the March deadline, and the first question, I think, was the one that had the April deadline. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable members, before we get to the next response, allow me to hold your horses. Allow me to go back to order number 8, so that we put the question to that while we still have abundance of quorum in the House before we go on. So clerk, call out order number 8.
Order number 8, special motion, consideration of a nominee for appointment as Principal Secretary, State Department for Justice, Human Rights and Constitutional Affairs. Question to be put.
Members on their feet, take your seats. Take your seat. The member talking to, I can't know how from her back. Take your seat. Honorable members, I now put the question at order number 8, which is that taking into consideration the findings of the Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs in its report on the vetting of a nominee for appointment as Principal Secretary, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 8th April 2025, and pursuant of Article 155(3)(b) of the Constitution, this House approves the appointment of Honorable Judith Nayaya Ramaita Pareno as Principal Secretary, State Department for Justice, Human Rights and Constitutional Affairs. As members of that opinion say aye. With those of so we go back to order number 7, Umulher. Umulher, it is out of order.
Sorry, it came 2 weeks after when I gave the question, or the statement for that matter. So the contradiction.
Are you disputing the dates or the facts?
No, what it says March as this month, and we're in April. The other issue is Sunday, 23rd March, is when installation and commissioning was completed. And
you are saying it is not?
Nothing is happening.
So Gikaria?
So I'm disputing, I'm thinking now this statement may be generated elsewhere other than from the CS, because if signed here, written, dated 9th April, and the chair is saying the response came 2 weeks after I gave the statement, which is around 26th. I'm confused, Honorable Chair, Honorable Speaker. Please give guidance on this. And I would like Honorable Bashir to support me in this because we come from the same county. Thank you.
Honorable Mulher, you have no right to solicit for support on anything you are doing on the floor.
Honorable Speaker, first, just for clarity, question number 1, which was asked, we have a table and it talks about the repairs and provisions of an extra generator will be in place by end of April 2025. That is about question number 1. On matters to do with question number 2, they had asked about the faulty that would be put in place to replace it. And that is what the ministry is saying, that by Yes, by 26th of March, the commissioning had already been done. So that is as far as the repairs of, as per the second question. That is by 26th of March, then it had already been, actually it says, on Sunday, March 23rd, 2025, installation and commissioning. Honorable Chair, yes, when I was told that there is some issues of the two, subsection 2, they say that they have done but due to importation of the parts, then the repair works might take a little bit because the parts are not found in Kenya. They have to be imported, and then the repairs will be done. But it's talking about different generators, not one. One has already been commissioned already. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Major Bashir.
I agree with the Honorable Mulkhair that the answers given is quite unsatisfactory. Honorable Speaker, as we speak, there's no power in Mandera town. And this started even way before the month of Ramadan started. Before we went on recess, I mentioned here that people don't have power, don't have even capacity to charge their phones. As we speak now, Kenya Power has actually not responded to the cries and the plight of the people of Mandera East. Even now, even in my own place in Ram, they have started rationing. So what is the problem kind of Mandera East requires 3 kVA, not 1.5. Even if they take another one, it will not be of any help. Honorable Speaker, I mentioned here that next to Mandera town, there's they are using